Hi, I'm Alex McKinnon. I'm the founder and CEO of Kinn, and I am super excited to be here today to interview a real superstar in pet care services. This is Jess Mueller, and she comes to us from Five Points Pet Resort in North Carolina. Thank you for being here today with us, Jess.
Thank you for having me.
And because Jess and her team have so many years of experience and expertise, we're going to be asking her a series of questions to help educate the viewers, whether you are other pet care services pros or whether you're her current or future clients. We're absolutely certain that you're going to get a lot out of her wisdom and insights. And I guess our first question for you, Jess, is why is providing a healthy, safe environment so important to your facility?
We want our customers to feel confident in giving their pet to us to care for um, while they're on vacation or a job, whatever they may be going away for. We want them to know that when their pet comes to us, they are safe and cared for as if they were at home, whether that be with the Kinn bowls that we use, which are safe for them. You know, we have some chewers that like to chew on their bowls. And so they're a lot safer than metal bowls where the metal could cut their mouth open. Um, and we just want parents to be very confident when they drop their pets off with us to know that we're going to do everything in our power to keep them safe and happy.
How do you differentiate your health and safety measures for pet guests in comparison to local, regional, or even national quote competitors?
Well, like I mentioned before, pet safety is our number one priority. So we do everything in our power to make sure our procedures, policies, everything are up to date. Whether it be trying new products that are out, um, you know, the different bowls like the Kinn Bowl are safe for our pets. We do have some dogs that love to eat everything, including their food bowl. So the Kinn Bowls are definitely safe if they do eat them. It won't upset their bellies or anything. So that's a good thing for them. We just want to make sure every day that we do everything in our power to make sure our pups are safe and healthy and cared for while they are with us.
And what tools, systems, or products do you use to ensure pet guests' health and safety?
Um, well, for starters, we do use the Kinn bowls. They are safe for the pets, whether they chew on them. The Kinn bowl won't cut their mouth open. If they do end up eating their food and the bowl, they are made from recycled cane sugar, so that is not harmful to the pet. Um, and then, of course, you know, we can reuse them. We can put more food in it for the next feeding. We can use it for their water. So it's just a safer measure for the pets.
And what are your staff's biggest complaints these days?
Dishes was one of them. You have to think, you know, if you have 100 dogs boarding, every dog gets two bowls, one for water and one for food. So that's a lot of dishes at the end of the day. So that was one big complaint. And with the Kinn bowls, we have really cut down on the amount of dishes.
How did you alleviate their biggest complaint?
We alleviated it mainly by switching over to the Kinn bowl, and we are able to reuse those Kinn bowls without the fear of them accumulating germs. So that has helped us cut back on the dishes.
When did you first notice that the Kinn Kleanbowl was making a difference? And can you give us a specific story or an example?
Sure. I first noticed, I believe it was around the holiday when we first switched over. And of course, holidays, you know, we are super busy. We're at full capacity usually on the holidays. And that means a lot of dishes. So when we switched, you know, I really noticed that we didn't have mountains and mountains of metal dishes. Um, So that's when I really realized, these are not only safe for the pets to use, but it cuts down on the amount of dishes that need to be washed every night. And my hands were thankful for that.
Why did you feel like it was important to find a solution to your pain point in this area? In other words, what were you losing the most of that made you realize you really needed to make a change?
Well, I believe that, switching to the Kinn bowls helps alleviate the dishes, which helps cut down on water usage. And it also cuts down on time that staff has to use doing the dishes. So that essentially gives us time back where we can spend more giving these pets activities, um, giving them, some one-on-one time, some TLC, um, and just giving staff time to do other things around the facility that they need to get done.
What has been your most positive comment or remark among pet guest parents since implementing Clean Bowl? Anything notable?
Well, I do know a lot of people, when I explain to them what the Kinn Bowl is made out of, they think it's really cool that it's made out of the recycled cane sugar.
What aspect of Clean Bowl seem most in alignment with your organization's values?
I think what's most in alignment is, of course, how safe they are for the pets. Because, like I said, pet safety is our number one priority. So, of course, like I've said, if they chew on the bowl, it doesn't create sharp edges like a metal bowl would. So it wouldn't cut their lip or poke into their gum. So they are safer for the pets than metal or plastic dishes would be.
Are you now, or have you in the past been concerned with your water usage, your electricity usage, and or greenhouse gas emissions?
Well, I believe everybody, whether you own a business or you're, just at home, I think everybody would love to find ways to cut back on water bills, electricity bills. I know I love saving money. So that has really helped when we switched to Kinn bowls because they are reusable and we don't have the amount of dishes that we did before we switched over. So that definitely has helped save on the water usage and the electricity usage that the dishwasher needs to run. So I do believe that using the Kinn bowls has helped cut back on those expenses.
Is there anything to share, perhaps a little bit more specific insight on how Clean Bowl has helped you reduce water and electricity usage?
It has helped reduce the usage because with the Kinn bowls, we do not have to hand wash them or put them through the dishwasher. So that both cuts down on the water usage and also the electricity usage by not having to run the dishwasher as much as we did when we were using metal bowls.
And would you recommend Kinn Kleanbowl to your competitors, your friends, or your family?
I definitely would. I think they are a great item and a great addition to any pet resort or even if just a client that's at home with their pet. So I definitely would recommend them.
What, if any, cost savings have you noticed since implementing Clean Bowl?
I believe the cost savings would come from, instead of having to purchase bulks of metal bowls after they've been chewed up and dented, we have the Kinn bowls that are reusable and they also help with the water bill, the electricity bill. They help cut back on that. So those are both great things.
And have you noticed any savings at all as I guess pertains to what your staff spends their time on?
We definitely have. The staff is freed up to do more with the pets, whether it be taking them for a walk, sitting in the suite with them and having playtime, getting to cuddle with them. And then we also have more time that we can do social play times, which is not only good for the pets, but it also gives the staff members time with each other. and helps build team morale.
Have you noticed an increase in staff morale or engagement with both pet guests and each other since implementing Clean Ball?
I definitely have. Nobody loves to do dishes, whether it's at home or, at work. Um, so since using the Kinn Bowls, we definitely have noticed that staff are, happier. They have more time to get together with another staff member and do a social playtime with pets. They have more time to do more walks, more cuddle times, and just spend that extra time with the pets. And ultimately, that's what we're here for.
And in what ways specifically have you noticed staff moods, behavior, and actions changing for the better?
I have noticed that staff, when they walk in the morning, they're happy, they greet the pets. They don't have that thought in the back of their mind of, oh gosh, at the end of the day, we're going to have mountains and mountains of dishes. And, I've got to make sure I cut this short so that I have time to get these dishes done before the next day. So I think that has really helped staff with, not dreading a certain part of the workday.
Have you, since you switched to Kinn Kleanbowl, have you noticed any difference in terms of your dogs either eating more food or drinking more water?
I definitely have seen some dogs. We do have a couple that board that for some reason they just don't like the metal bowl. I don't know if they're afraid of it or, it might have that metal taste.
Yeah.
So switching to the Kinn Bowl, a lot of them just as soon as you put it down, they gobble it right on up. So I think it has helped in those types of situations where maybe that dog just for some reason didn't want to eat out of that metal bowl. We put that Kinn Bowl down and they eat their food right on up.
Another kind of different question is we've heard from facilities all around the country that there is quite a bit of canine cough going around these days. And since you've been around, have you noticed has Kinn Kleanbowl had any impact whatsoever in terms of keeping your dogs healthier and keeping them away from illnesses like canine cough?
I do believe that the Kinn Bowl helps with that, due to the fact that that Kinn Bowl belongs to that dog from the moment they come in to the moment they leave, and it stays with that dog their whole entire stay. So whereas in with the metal bowls, you give them their food bowl, and when they're done eating, you pick it up, you wash it, and then it may go to a different dog. So that I think is kind of a germ spreader.
Yeah.
Whereas then with Kinn Bowl, that bowl is theirs for their entire stay. So it's less cross contamination, I believe.
And the last question is, do you have anything else that you would like to share with viewers today about how your facility and Kinn have partnered, and anything else you think you should share that would be interesting for other people to know?
I do believe, in my opinion, I do love the Kinn Bowls. And as a person that works in the kitchen here at the resort, I'm very thankful for them because they take up less space than the bulky metal bowls. They have drastically cut down on our dishes, which gives us more time to spend with the pets. They are safer for the pets. If they end up eating the bowl, we don't have to worry about, oh gosh, do I need to take the dog to the vet? Are they just going to be sick the rest of their stay here? We kind of joke around and say, well, that was dessert, So it definitely, they are a good item to have at your resort or even at home for those reasons. And they are reusable. And like I said, when that pet comes in, from the time they come in, they get a Kinn Bowl. That bowl is theirs. It cuts back on cross contamination with germs. And the pet knows, okay, well, that's my bowl, and we're not taking their bowl. Their bowl stays with them. And I think it just makes the pets happier as well.
One other question that occurred to me, and everybody describes things a little bit differently.
Mhm.
when you say that the Kinn Kleanbowls are reusable, does that mean that you assign the stainless steel frame to the dog for the duration of their stay, for, one for food and one for water, and then you recycle, compost, or whatever the sugarcane fiber bowls? Is that basically how, or how would you describe it differently?
Yes, so when the pup comes in, they get the Kinn Bowl with the guard,
Yeah.
and that is for that pup their entire stay. So it goes in their suite with them, and it stays in there with them until they go home. And then we discard the Kinn Bowl and we clean the guard.
Okay. And and how often do you have to clean the guard or the frame during their stay typically?
That really depends on the pup.
Okay.
If we have a pup that just loves to get dirty and slobbers all over the place, we do clean them up if they get nasty. If they have wet food and they like to be a messy eater, we will clean them up because of course we want them to have a clean and comfortable stay. And if it stays clean, then we'll clean it at the end of their stay.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jess. You've done a stellar job. And anything else you want to say while we're recording?
I just want to tell you that we love your product.